because we just beat God again. I think we deserve some kind of, you know, rest now. This is where the Dragonborn, or not the Dragonborn, but the Nerevarine rests his tired head after a hard day's work. We just finished the game. There is more to be done. Obviously, I mean, you see that I haven't even explored half of the world after approximately 120 or 125 parts or something. And there's still like the Thieves Guild and the Fighters Guild and the Mages Guild and the Great Houses. There's Great House Lalu, there's Great House Redoran, there's Great House Telvanni that I could do. So if you have any suggestions in that sense, like, you know, what Great House should I join, what guild should I go to do stuff with and everything. If you have anything like, please do this, Vaughn, please indulge us and do this, then please let me know. I'm all open to that kind of thing. I'm really, you know, open-minded. I'm an open-minded guy. So just let me know if you want more of this, and if not, well, I might actually just have an episode here and there of just generally having fun. But for now, we just completed. We defeated Dagoth Ur about 100 parts ago, or something. We then went to Mournhold to go and defeat Almalexia, and after that we went to Solstheim and we defeated Hircine. So we have defeated 3 godlike creatures. That's pretty good, I'd say. So let's just you know, let's see if I can. It's going to be impossible to get the hearth and the bed in the same shot. Actually, I don't want to sleep here. This is not my house. I mean, it's a Bloodskull's house, but it's not my house. I have to go somewhere else. This is not the place where I have to rest after a hard day's work. I have one final journey ahead of me. And that fine journey will not be hindered by random enemies. So I'll just be jumping and jumping and jumping, and they won't know what just whooshed past. And if they do, they'll try to follow, but they won't be able to keep up with my great speed. Especially now that I, you know, defeated the element of speed and everything. So let's go and run towards the harbor, then go to Kuhl. From Kuhl we go to Balmora or Aldrun, whatever, and from Aldrun we go to Balmora, and there is our house. That is where we will rest. Am I still going the right way? Yeah, I am. Good. It would be really, really embarrassing if I, you know, if I would do this whole epic speech-like thingy and then I'm like, yeah, I just went the wrong way. Just, yeah. But that was one long playthrough. I didn't actually imagine that it would be quite so long as this. I'm not sure what part we're at currently, but it's a lot. I spent a lot of time on this, like a lot of time. I mean, I think that Tribunal expansion alone took about 50 parts, something like that, or 30 or whatever, but a lot, and it's just such a long-lasting game this is. It's just amazing. That's the strength of all these Elder Scrolls games, is that, you know, that's, you just have so much to do, so much time to sink into it, which makes them very dangerous games as well. Before I go to Kuhl, let's just take a look at Raven Rock, because we helped build that place, and we will be returning there, mind you. Just, you know, just so you know, we'll be returning here in Skyrim. This is the place we helped build. It has a fancy wall and everything. If the area loads. Look at that, it has a fancy wall and everything, and all these big buildings. I feel extremely safe here. Look at these really thick walls with big openings where people can just storm through with you know, virtually unopposed and everything. And these guys in steel fucking armor and stuff, and it's pretty big. Look at that. It's turned into a pretty big place. And we helped build this. Don't you get this feeling of grandeur? Oh, phone! Squeeze me! That was a phone call. Okay, so don't you get this feeling of grandeur, of you know, of pride? We helped make this place. We created this. This is our home. Well, not really. This is other people's home, and we just made it. But still, it's... Oh, look at that. I'm doing parkour stuff. Now we have a good overview. Okay, remember this because we'll be seeing this in Skyrim at some point. Pretty soon, I hope. But yeah, enough of this gawking at our newly made place. Let's go to Fort Frostmoth. From there on to Cool. And let's have our last journey. Actually, let's go to Cool. But from Cool, we'll walk. Because why the hell not, right? It's not that long, it's only from this end of Morrowind all the way to that end of Morrowind. We can do this. Guys, do you have faith in me? Because I do have faith in myself. Let's go on our final long journey, our final long adventure. We won't be going to any quests or into any caves or anything. Just going to follow the road, look at the wildlife, look at the amazing vistas, and wonder why was Oblivion not this good, and why is Skyrim, though better, still not as good as Morrowind? Probably because it's streamlined. That's this new watchword in many video game developer companies. Streamlining. It's a word I've grown to hate over the past few years, because it also means that most depth is just completely neglected and games become flat and one-dimensional, and they become less interesting that way, and that's annoying. I wish, you know, there's just this trend in gaming where games are just becoming slightly less interesting. Of course there's always gems among them. There's always really good games that you're like, wow, this is really awesome. I mean, there's well, of course I haven't played yet, so I can't actually say, but Watch Dogs, I've been having my eye on that one because it looks extremely interesting. They could still botch it, mind you, but it looks interesting. What else? Well, Skyrim is good, it's still a bit more flat than Morrowind is. It lacks self-depth, it lacks atmosphere. I think that's the most important bit. Because now companies are like really into making the graphics good. They don't really spend any time making the atmosphere really good, or they don't spend enough time on it. Anyway, this is a really nice place. Well, not nice, obviously. It's so dark in here. It's really dark in here. Anyway, I was ranting about the current video game industry. I shouldn't do that, or I should, but I should do it in like a separate video. I should not spoil this last run, this last epic journey to Balmora by ranting about other video games, or talking about other video games, except maybe another Elder Scrolls game. And yeah, I'm actually looking forward to Dragonborn, because I heard that it was okay, as in it was pretty good. It was pretty good, just like Skyrim was pretty good. There's not much wrong with it. So hopefully I haven't even bought Dragonborn yet, and I do have the other one. Or what's it called again? Come on, help me. Don't say anything. I got this. The other one, Dawnguard. I have Dawnguard. Haven't played it. I sort of have, but The only bit I did play was just going to the thing, the castle thing, and then I just stopped playing it. So that wasn't really what you'd call... Oh, shut up. This is a really bad time to load an area, by the way. Just letting you know. Just letting you know, game. Anyway, I haven't played that one either. So, oh, let's not go over this cliff. Never mind. So when I return to why is this one dead? When I return to Skyrim, I have 2 full expansions to play, and I will not have played them at all. Which means, of course, that I have lots of new stuff that's also new to me. Which, in my opinion, is the best way to play it, because then you actually have the genuine surprise on the part of the Let's Player. Though opinions are mixed about that, because some Let's Players think that, or they, you know, it is their opinion that, you know, it's fully about the game, which means that the person playing it must have some added value, and in their opinion, the added value can only come from knowledge of the game. And of course, if you play something blind, then you don't really have this knowledge of the game. Obviously, when you're playing an expansion like in Skyrim, that's not really a problem because you're still familiar with the base game with Skyrim. So, in that sense, I do have the knowledge. I'm almost there, actually. Okay, that's pretty fast. I keep losing track of what I'm saying. It's really bad. Let's see. I totally forgot. Something about games again, because, you know, I'm in a video game, so it would make sense I'm talking about games. Yeah, the difference in opinion between certain between some Let's Players and other Let's Players. It is my opinion that you can basically Let's Play any game as long as you are vaguely entertaining. Although, of course, it's not fun to watch someone fail all the time. Eventually, you do want to see some kind of, you know, you want to see matters wrapped up. So that's also why I kind of left out the whole failing and frustrating bit, you know, or when I last tried to record. And I do believe that blind Let's Plays have their place in Let's Play country. We're almost there. We're going to use our travel stained pants. What's attacking us? Nothing of interest. Oh, what? I did not see you. Well hidden, friend. But yeah, I think both are okay. Really, both options. Like playing something that you really know through and through, because then you can really give some background information, some really interesting stuff, and you can show some really interesting things as well, such as glitches and well, not cheats obviously, but hidden places. You know, that's the kind of added value you get from someone who has played it a lot of times and knows his stuff when he's in that game. You know, that's the added value. But when someone plays it blind and is not particularly good at, not really bad either, just not very good, then that's also fun, because you basically share the same wonder and surprise in the first time and stuff, which has its own kind of magic. The first time when you start up a game is always the most magical time, because it's the first time, you have never seen it before, everything is new, it's unique, you've never done this before. So and sadly I will never be able to reconstruct my first time playing Morrowind. That was a time when I really loved it though, and I still do love it, even though you heard me being frustrated like a video ago. Because it was totally new to me, and just that moment when you step off that boat into Sardanin, that wonderful, wonderful place, and with this music, it feels so extremely epic. And when you look at the map, you see that Silent is so small, and you see that there's so much to explore. And it just made the game so magical. That first time starting up, it made it extremely, extremely magical to me. And even now, playing around this, I can sort of feel this same feeling, especially when I'm in Silent. I have the same feeling of, yes, I used to do this. I used to, you know, I used to play this, and this used to be my first time. So yeah, that's just a random thought. Whatever. The Nerevarine is done. He has come home to his old mentor's house, and now it is time for him to rest. To close his eyes and to take some well-earned rest, if of course he can fit into the bed because he placed 50,000 books and swords on it. Carefully he places his feet between the heaps of stuff that he collected on his travels. He fingered his condoms a bit, see if they were still supple and good, and they were. He uses his skooma pipe so he could sleep better, because of course all the things he'd seen during his travels were kind of traumatic, and he would get bad dreams if he didn't use his skooma pipe. Then he said hello to Spunty! Spunty, that's his name. Was this I think this was Spunty. I says hello to Spunty. And he says, "Good night, Spunty. It's been a long run, and it's been a good run. And now I will rest."